Good day, people. Today I have the Hunting Fang from number 57, which is the, in particular, the Armored Puppet line from number 57. And, man, they really blow it out of the water every time they come out with new stuff. This one, being the Hunting Fang, is the second of this type, which is a transformable motorcycle / creature. The last one was the Shadow Fang, I think that's the name of it. I will look that up and put it on the screen if that's not the case. So number 57 has been creating a line of 1/24 scale kits, and they are just incredible. Every single one of them has been a banger ever since the beginning. I got into them rather late. I had like the third one came out before I discovered them. But man, I love 1/24 scale kits. They're so small, really easy, fast, fun to put together, and they have a different effect. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Mega Bloks. The little microfigure kits that they have, such as these, they're just like really adorable little characters, and they're posable, but they're still highly detailed. That's something that I really love from that line. Now this is a model kit line in approximately the same size. They're shorter. They're definitely shorter. But the Mega Bloks are. The 1/24 scale kits, though, highly detailed, very articulated, very good in this line. I compare them with the Hexagear Governors, which are similar in size and scale. Maybe just a little bit shorter because they're humanoid, where the Armored Puppet lines are robotic. So you're going to see some of the scale. But first I'm going to go ahead and talk about this thing, which is the newest one that I've gotten. Yeah, this is the newest one out so far. So let me show you what this thing can do. So it is highly articulated. I mean, you have the neck here. The fangs actually articulate, so it looks like he's holding a bar. Full rotation at that neck, plus a separate rotation for the up and down inside there. This portion of the neck also moves, but there's a reason I'm not going to do that right now. This part is actually holding it in place. It can move up and down though, so if you wanted to do that, you can. The legs, so not only are they articulated in that manner where an animal would have that backwards bend. Let me show you. It also has a bend here, which is really cool. You can see that part goes inside. Just that extra bit of detail looking really cool. And there is an articulation here that you can turn the mount point of where the shoulder is to get a hyperextended hip on the front. And now obviously you saw this armor piece that came off, but it isn't easy to pull off. It basically, once it's stuck there, it's stuck there, but I did bend it a little bit out of place. So you got 2 points of articulation at that front leg. There's also another point of articulation here where this rocks. And then also there's a ball joint inside the foot there. The toe also moves, so if you want to move that, just to have a little bit more dynamism, you got that as well. There is a tire under here, which is because he is a motorcycle. That rotates. It's not exactly loose, so you're not rolling this around. But it is a articulation point. So you put his hip back in place and put him back down. The rear leg has the same sort of articulation, so you get 2 points. Actually, is it? So the rear leg, you lose 1 point of articulation here, but you gain 1 down here. So you can get that dog leg. Same articulation at the foot, so you have the wrist on a pin, and the ball joint down below, and the toe swivel here. Not toe swivel, but toe rock. So you can get a wide variety of a crouch. You can get a crouch down, or you can extend that all the way out to, let's pull off the armor, huh? About there. So you can stand them up pretty high if you wanted to. Let's go ahead and put this back on. You'll see there's 3mm ports on this thing on the rear, so you can mount weapons. There's also the tail articulation, because this thing is on the move, and you can get them shots backwards, you can go forwards, however you'd like to pose it. So you got a ball inside here, and you got a captured peg inside this one. So it's just rolled, you know, just a straight rotation there. That pin actually pushes through, and a ball joint inside here as well. So, of course, you can bend it over this way, turn it over, and bend it back this way. So quite a lot you can do with that tail as well. So you get a fairly decently articulated tiger-esque model. So I mean, it's a pretty cool looking saber tooth. I really enjoy the way it looks in this mode, but it does transform into a motorcycle, and I will go ahead and show you guys that in just a second. Let's go ahead and try that out. Alright, so yeah, that's the transformation done. It took me a little bit longer. I kind of have trouble reading instructions backwards, which is, you can see, you build it like the motorcycle and then you transform it into the beast. They don't give you instructions on how to put it back, so you have to read it backwards. I think I did a pretty good job. This is how it looked when I built it, so I mean, I think I'm doing pretty decent. So this guy here is in 1/24 scale, just like I mentioned before, and it does have a stand. I took it off, and I don't remember where I put it. Actually, I thought I threw this guy away, and thankfully I found him. So that's why I'm doing the review for him today. That said, I'm going to show you the hunting guard, which is actually just the armor that comes with this one. Armored puppets normally come with their own armor, with the exception of one two sets that came in just the puppet, and I'm going to show you those guys right now. So the armored puppet is an inner core, inner frame, just like high grade Gundam, things like that, or not high grade, real grade Gundam or master grade Gundam. And this is the core body that most of the armored puppets come with, and you build off of that to make your character. So they'll replace the head, some of the arm parts, the legs, sometimes the feet, to make the very interesting and unique modes that they have. Like I've reviewed the Mr. J Pirates. Those actually come in white form of this. So definitely a really cool one. But this one just came with the armor set, and that is this guy here. And as you can see, is in a nice matching color with the Hunting Fang, and is designed to be used with it. So you get a really cool unit or customization parts for your armored core, or your core body, and a motorcycle to go along with it. And you can see it's kind of a small motorcycle, but realistically, I think that's about right for such a large robot. So the other thing I wanted to show is a comparison with some of the other number 57 guys. So obviously you have this one here, and I put the core body here. So you have him to go along with it. One of the other number 57 sets that I have is a military version. I forget what this one's called. Someone will tell me in the comments, I'm sure. But that's this one here. So you see a similar size. The really cool one that they came out with fairly recently is a female armored puppet core body, and this one called Yui is actually in a maid outfit. Oop, I dropped her dress. So there she is standing next to it. Her skirt obviously goes on the back, but very similar in size. Let me get this flat here. Very similar in size to those guys. I also have some of the hexagear governors. So you see that one looks like it matches up pretty well in terms of size. Here's one of the lady ones. And here is a frame arm scroll hand scale, which is very similar to 124 scale. Let me make sure her feet are going to be able to carry her because they are little. So you can see they're about the same height there as the armor puppets, maybe just a little bit shorter. But they'll all be able to ride on that motorcycle, no problem. I kind of want to put them on there, but I'm kind of starved for time. Hold on. All right, I kind of knocked some of her hair off there. But she can ride that thing nice and easily. And maybe extend her arms out a little bit more, and she can grab onto those handles. But that guy definitely fits on there pretty well. I'll go ahead and show him off. All right, and as designed, you know, obviously it's going to look a little bit better than the frame arms girl. But he is really cool, really comfy on that thing. Like I said before, it is a little bit small, but if he rides it quite comfortably, I think he would find it not a bad ride to go on. I also have two more things to show in scale, and I'm gonna do these because I didn't want to bring out the Gundams because these are rather small things. So this is in scale in universe. This is the no, not sneaks. This is the alternative track down. So you get a small articulated doggy, and to go along with the tiger. And the other one I wanted to bring out was, and let me put the stand back out. There you go. The Hexagear Voltrex. And you guys are gonna have to move. This is pretty big. So this is also a 124 scale model, but as you can see, it kind of dwarfs, it dominates compared the size here. It's just no comparison in size, but they are scale models. So I mean, you see that's where you would sit if you were on this thing. Same similar pilot cockpit. So you got the handles there, motorcycle type back, and it is a very large weapon of mass destruction, I think. But these guys would be able to fit on there as well. They are maybe a little bit big for that, but that was designed for these fellows here, the Hexagear Governors. And this one is in scale, so similar vein to what that would be used for. I think this one's a little bit sleeker, a little bit faster, but that guy would take the cake if they got in a fight. Still, a motorcycle is very fun to have, and I really enjoy the way this one looks. I think it's way better in motorcycle mode than I do in beast mode, but it is definitely a cool one. So that's really all I have time for. I am in a rush, and that kind of sucks because I kind of want to go over every one of these guys and put them on there. But for now, this is what I got for you. So I will see you guys next time, or you'll see me, but more than likely you'll see my stuff. Have a good day. Bye.